Hi guys, hi, hello everyone.
Hello.
Hello everyone. Okay, welcome to our discussion for today. So today we will discuss a little bit about our theory of the chosen theory and our lesson plan. And also I want to say thank you to everyone for spending a little bit of time to do our discussion today. So, without further ado, let's start with Ezrin.
Okay, thank you, Manda. So, I will explain about the activities for both classroom setting, which face-to-face and also online class setting. So, in our daily lesson plan for face-to-face classroom setting, we have planned to have two activities. The first one is watching a documentary. So the purpose of this activity is for the students to develop their listening skill. So after the students have watched and listened to the um, video documentary, the student the teacher will ask a few questions regarding their understanding about the documentary. So after that, the students will be divided into 5 groups, and each group will pick a question that has been prepared by the teacher, and they will discuss the questions among themselves, and they will present the answers in front of the classroom. And the second activity is role play. So the theme for this role play is zoo. So the students can be as creative as they want. They can be the zookeeper, they can be the tourist, anything as it fits the theme for this role play. But before they begin, the students will need to pick an identity to represent their group. So since they have 5 groups, the teacher has prepared 5 hand puppets, and each hand puppets represent different animal. So for example, if group 1 is choosing lion hand puppet, then the group will their identity is as lion. So maybe they can be the zookeeper who is taking care of the lion, or maybe they can be the tourist who is more interested to know more about the lion, or maybe they can be the lion itself. It's according to the creativity of the students, as long as it fits the theme. So the purpose of this activity is for the students to have uh, to develop their own speaking skills. Um, since this activity is more fun, so it is less stressful. So the students um, will not focus on making a correct grammatical sentence structure, but instead they will focus more on um, the meaning of sentence that they want to deliver for for their audience. So that's all from. Okay, so next is for online class activity. So the activities that we have planned for online class setting is the same as the face-to-face class setting, but it's just that the teacher will give the activity or the materials such as the video, because in activity 1, watching a documentary is one of the materials for our lesson plan. So the teacher will upload or post the video for the students to discuss and to watch, and they will divide themselves and will present their answers during the class. And then for the role play, it is still the same theme, same activity, but then same as activity 1, they need to prepare the creative production or creative presentation before the class. So during the class, they only need to present their presentation. Yeah, that's all.
Great explanation. So now moving on, I will explain a little bit about our implementation of the theory to our lesson and our activity. So as we can see, as we know that social cultural theory is introduced by Lev Vygotsky, and the principle of the theory is um, students are they learn from their own experience, learn from experience, and they are responsible for their own learning. So where do we implement this in our lesson plan? We can see that interaction happens in the discussion where there are um, number one, which is they have role play. They can play any character that they wish to. And then the second one is the discussion. And also the discussion is, there is two level of the discussion, which is, I think there could be three because there could be teacher and student, and then a student with student as an individually and as a group. And then the topic of the discussion is quite familiar for them as it is about the zoo and animals. And the last one is, I think, is the mental development that they develop in the activity, which is their cognitive skills, so that they can um, think of their own scripts in order to do their role play. So I think that is from me. Um, I think
The teaching settings have their own pros and cons. The pros for classroom learning setting, firstly, the students they will be able to learn by peers-to-peers learning because the students they can learn from their classmates' experience with the help from their friends and their teacher as the facilitator for their learning. Secondly, the students they will also be able to utilize English to the maximum level. It is because during the classroom learning, the teacher will monitor them. Therefore, they will have used English fully in their learning without any use of their native language. The last but not least, the students will have direct learning as there is interaction between the teachers and the students and among the students and the students during the teaching and learning process. Since learning and since teaching and learning process can be acknowledged as a planned interaction that will promote behavioral changes among the students. So, do you agree with the pros that I mentioned just now?
Yes.
I think I agree because I think I need to add one more. It is the teacher. They will be able to monitor the students' academic performance. So here, in the classroom learning settings, teacher can observe the students' performance in classroom and also correct the students' mistakes and also provide correction directly in the classroom. So therefore, this is a good strength for classroom learning settings, right?
So I want to add also one more. I think, in my opinion, that can be the. I agree with your point, Becca, and in my opinion, I can add one more pros for classroom face-to-face teaching, which is it will increase student confidence level because they can have direct support from their friends. This is because, especially during the presentation, when one group is presenting in front, their friends will give some motivation or some encouragement to the students. So this will surely help in increasing the students' confidence level. Yes.
So, for all of the points that have just now, I can tell that there are also few cons in classroom teaching, such as the student might be scared to communicate in English due to the lack of confidence in their level of proficiency. Because, as we know, every person have different proficiency level, and for those who have low proficiency level in English, they may refuse to speak in English. So the last one is um, for the low proficiency level of students. Yep. And the last one is the low proficiency students. They will find it hard to participate in classroom activity due to the lack of understanding of the language. For example, they might not be able to understand the video or any audio that they heard because they have a very low in English. So the next is for the online class. Do you have any opinion about the pros for online activity, guys?
For my opinion, I think the pros of online class is that students have more time to understand the learning aid, as well as they are able to search more information on the topic of learning. As we plan that um, the video, the documentary that we choose, we give the student beforehand for them to fully understand, and they have the time to suggest the information. And if they don't understand, they have the time to search on it, to Google on it. If there is certain words that they don't understand or certain information, they could ask around. And that emphasize I think the principle of our theory, which is students are responsible for their own learning. So that is my opinion on that.
Activity is that the students they will have more time to interact with the class during and after the class to do more discussion on the topic of lesson. For example, if about the cons for this online class activity.
In my opinion, the students will not use English fully in their discussion because as they will conduct their discussion in using WhatsApp group, right? So the probability for the students to use their native language is higher than the use of English language in their discussion. So this could be one of the cons for online teaching. Don't you agree?
The cons for the online class activity also can be selected among the students because some of the factors such as learning internet connection and also the internet connection, like have a very good internet connection. And the last one is that the learning gadget, because not every parent is able to buy a good gadget for the student. So that's all from me. So moving on to the next topic.
Our activity for both classroom learning and online learning is video and role play. So with these both activities, we can relate it to sociocultural theory because in this theory, the relationship between the teacher and students in the classroom will affect the students' learning process. So the relationship will help facilitate social interaction and active participation in the learning task. So the student here, they will learn through observation, listening, and talking through their task. Okay, so both classroom setting have their own pros and cons. Therefore, teacher needs to plan their lesson properly. Although it is not perfect, but at least the student can achieve something from the lesson provided. I think that's all for our discussion. Kan?
Our discussion. Um, Maybe this would be the last, or might not be the last of our vlog. So I just want you guys to share about your experience with the project. Can we start with Ezrin, maybe?
Yes, of course. So my thoughts on this project, well, it's fun, but I cannot lie, it's kind of tiring also because this is a continuous task. So yeah, because I'm not good in IT. I'm I don't really have any knowledge, good knowledge of, for using anything related to technology actually. So this is a very new knowledge for me, new experience. So it's kind of fun, but it's kind of tiring also. And then one thing that positive thing about this project is, although um, we are being separated by thousands, hundreds of miles away, but we can still see each other's face, although virtually actually. But yeah, I think it's kind of new and it's kind of fun. Yeah, this is my thoughts on this project. That's all.
That it is quite hard to work with me since I have a problem with my internet connection here at my hometown, but you guys didn't left me out, and I am so grateful for that. So that's all from me.
So for my case, I think I can say that throughout in the making of this project, it is quite challenging because we had to do it via online, and we always struggle with our internet connection in doing presentations and discussion online as well. So yeah, it is really challenging for all of us, right? Okay, so
Yes.
but above all of that, I still can find comfort and support in doing this project with you guys. As although we are doing this online, but without notice, we are keeping in touch with each other and knowing that we are in this together despite the pandemic outbreak. So this is very comforting enough to know that we are healthy and doing okay in our very own home. So thank you girls for your cooperation throughout this project and also for staying healthy. Love you.
So I would be the last one to I would like be the last one to share my experience. I think as you guys mentioned, I don't need to repeat it. It is quite tiring and it could be fun at the same time, and I do also find comfort in even seeing you guys virtually after months of not seeing each other face to face. And we learn new things every day, and we learn how to work things out and making our assignment successful even though virtually. And I think that
True.
we also, not only that, we also learn new skills. And I think you guys would agree that we learn how to find alternatives in our lesson. In even in other subject, we learn about our different types of platform to do our assignments, as well as we are being creative and innovative um, in editing our blog and making sure our presentation are very nice, so that we people don't get bored when we present online, because it could be bored sometimes. So I think, yeah, that's my experience through this project. So yeah, happy to be working with you guys too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I think that is
Yeah.
all for our discussion today. I hope you guys stay safe wherever you are. Say, don't forget to sanitize everything, and then be safe, and of course,
Okay.
wash your cleanliness. So,
Yes.
yeah. I
Stay
hope to see
hygiene.
you guys when the pandemic
See
is done.
you face to
Yes.
face next
Okay.
time.
Mm.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye.